We are back. Shout out to our technician guy Berdol, who is again fighting really hard to overcome technical issues. Yeah, let's don't waste more time. And for starters, we're gonna show us. First of all, hello to all people in the chat. 14 people watching. I got a confirmation that we are good now. Appreciation for thanks for appreciating Krzysztof t-shirt. People love it from the chat, love it.
It's really hot in Poland, and I'm sweating like I'm in hell. It's like my second t-shirt shirt this day.
As I said before, for starters, we're gonna talk a little bit about our favorite games. So let's don't waste more time and start with Metal Gear Solid. This is one of my favorite games, and what I remember that when I was playing this as a kid, like a guy came to our house to fix something, I don't know, electrician or something, and I was playing it, and then it was the demo, and I finished the demo, and my social anxiety kicked in, and I start leaving the leaving the room when this guy was sitting and I was playing, and he said, no, continue playing, this was great. And then I realized that video games are not just a dumb fun for kids, but also can be a dumb fun for adults. So Metal Gear Solid made me realize that. What else I love about this game? The setting, the sci-fi elements, the sound, the atmosphere, the music, of course, the boss fights. It's a one big set piece. Actually, couple of set pieces, one after another. But it's all great. It's all great, and it's just badass game. I love it so much. Even the story is sometimes cheesy, this is one of the games that changed my life. Yellow Crusher is saying that games are serious fun for adults. Couldn't agree more. Okay, so let's go to another game, which is sorry, I got obvious choices for favorite games, but it's Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy VII 1, I should say, the old school one. This is the game that changed my life as well. I remember I was so engaged in the story and in the characters and what's going on in the game that I actually had nightmares about this game, about a certain moment when one character killed another character. Don't want to spoiler anything. Yeah, I think, guys, we should have some spoiler warning before we start showing our
like Final Fantasy is like game that has already 23 years or something, so
I know, but maybe someone didn't play it, or someone is, trying to avoid watching anything about this, but he's here for the looter. So minor spoilerinos ahead. Really, the tiny spoilerinos. So what else?
That was a big one.
About one character killing another, they don't know what I'm talking about, which characters I'm talking about, so I think we're good with this on this one. And Final Fantasy, great story, great I love the equipment system, and actually there is another funny story about this game, that I had PlayStation, and my friend who lived like couple of houses away from me bought PlayStation as well, and he got Final Fantasy with his PS2, as you know, in a starter pack, and I knew that this game was awesome, so I actually gave him all the games I had and traded them for Final Fantasy, and he went for this, and then I beat the game and I gave it to him so he can play it, and he said like, "Oh man, you cheated because this game is so good that if I knew that this game was so good, I would never trade it with you." So yeah, so I gave it back to him. We canceled trade. Sorry, Tomek, for that. If you're watching this, I had to do this. So yeah, Final Fantasy VII. Uh, that's another big game. Yeah, Onyx Games is 23 years old. Yes, yes, that's all. Wypastowany is asking, do you play in that remastered version of Final Fantasy VII? If you do, yeah, I played. I haven't finished it. I'm just before the last mission, but I really liked it. I really liked it. I don't know,
Wait
like
till
the.
the end of last mission. Yeah, because last mission changes a lot, and I
Yeah, I
think that
know,
the
but
most controversies is because of the last mission. But yeah,
yeah, but overall, I like I like the combat system. I liked the graphics. The voiceovers were nice, and the way they refreshed everything was really nice. And little gimmicks like this, like the Shinra, what they called Turks. Shinra agents, they were having, this battle music in their as their phone ringtones. That was really awesome. So
yeah.
and loads of stuff like this, so they did a really good job about this. All right, that's all about the Final Fantasy. Let's move on to a next one. I tried to include one indie game in my favorite games. Yeah, the first, I think one of the first big indie hits, Hotline Miami. Really like this game because it's fast-paced. It has really great story. Really, the way they tell the story in Hotline Miami is really really simple. You just watch your apartment changing, and then you can like. Uh, you can figure it out story for yourself, but it's really good. The music again, it's awesome. As you already noticed, that the music and the story are like two key factors for me, whether I like the game or not. So in this case, everything is spot on as well. I like to listen Hotline Miami music when I drive, when I work. It's really great. And brutality, of course, brutality, like that you are just there's blood everywhere, dead bodies everywhere, and the animations, even though they are super simple and pixel art style, they really brutal, and that's really cool. I really love this game. All right, let's move on to my guilty pleasure. That game I spent too many hours or even days playing. It's Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Yeah, guilty. I love this game so much, especially the multiplayer. It's really addictive. I really like the progressive system, the progression system. I think that there are better progression systems now in the games, but in those years, that it was really something really fresh and new, and really well designed. And I also like the kill streaks. That after killing a couple of guys, you can get like a chopper or like a predator missile, and just fuck them up. That's really cool. And yeah, this what is also worth mentioning is like this game is simple yet beautiful. Mm, uh, in terms of class customization, it's really cool. It's really balanced. Of course, you have like OP builds for that, but overall, it's really well balanced. Yeah, these were my favorite games. Just few of them. So I will hand over to Christoph now, who will talk a little bit about his favorite titles. Yeah, Christoph, all yours.
Yeah, so it's really hard to talk about your favorite games in this little bit of a time, and I just chosen some of my favorite games. So the first game is called Chrono Trigger. It's a older game. I think it's 95. and
Yeah, it shows that
and
on the.
yeah, yeah, exactly. I thought it was 96, but yeah. Of course, before I've played Chrono Trigger, I've played Final Fantasy VII with Łukasz, so that was my first contact with JRPGs. But I think that Chrono Trigger like did the most impression for me. I don't know why. Maybe it's because of the characters, of the story, or maybe everything. Maybe this beautiful pixel art. Maybe because the characters were created by Akira Toriyama, and at that time I was a big fan of Dragon Ball. So yeah, I remember that I really loved this game, and I've played so many times. It has like multiple endings, I think 12 or something like that. And I've tried to do everything in this game. I really loved it. I really loved all the characters, and from one side the story is very simple, but it's also very emotional. Every of this character had a nice like origin story, and yeah, and that's Chrono Trigger for me. And can I have another game, please? Yes, so I think that many of you know already this series of game, because in a couple of years in the past it got very popular. Of course, it's a Dark Souls series, and I think that this especially the first one. I don't know if it's the most influential game for me as a designer, but it's in my top 3, I think, because for me this game is pretty much everything that you want from good game. It has great and polished mechanics. It has a great story and a great world, but it is hidden. So if you want to play just the game, just go forward and kill monsters and face yourself with some challenges, you can just do that. And if you want to get to know what happened to that world, you can also do that. And I think that the creator of this game, Miyazaki, gives you this choice. What do you want to do in this game? And the gameplay is also cool. You can I think it's one of the few games that has like role playing, but in mechanics. Like you can choose what style of the play of playing the game you like the most, because of course it's not that this game is different in any any kind of gameplay, but yeah, there are some differences, and yeah, I think this game is mostly famous because people say that it's hard, but I think it's not that hard. It's just harder than most of the games nowadays, and yeah, if you didn't try it, please do, because it's one of the greatest games of all time, I think, especially the first one. Yeah, and
It
the
also
third
has
game.
great multiplayer.
Yeah. The multiplayer is also great because in any of this game, like, multiplayer is a bit different. For example, the first one, the first one is its specialty is player versus player. Like, there is many battles when there is a single player against another player. And for example, in the third part, it's the heaviness of the multiplayer is the invasion player against multiple players. Like, a player can that is invaded can summon another players, and it's very easy in that game. There are many, like, possibilities for him to call out another player. So it's basically ganking the invader, but of course people think that it's a controversy and it's not fair, but that's what's cool about it. It's not fair, and it's creates for the good player another, like, kind of a gameplay in this game.
Yeah, I just want to add something that Dark Souls is not that hard. Bloodborne is, and yeah, and
Yeah,
the
maybe. No.
cooperation is also really cool, that you can beat, you know, bosses with your friends. Then this game is so easy, and I remember that I was playing Bloodborne with my friend, and he was just saying like, "Oh, there was a werewolf here. I killed him. Oh, there was some other monster here. I killed him." So I was just, you know, like sightseeing the game, not even fighting, and I beat the whole Bloodborne like this. Okay, sorry for interrupting.
Yeah, so can I get another game? Yeah, so the third game that I want to talk about, it's one of the new ones. It's called The Journey. I think it's also you know, it's not unknown game. I think that aside of me, many players played it and loved it. It's not that long game. It's more of a, like, a digital experience kind of a game, because the gameplay itself, it's minimal, but that's also awesome. So yeah, I really like Journey because of its minimalism, and of course the art style, the story. Journey is a game about, you know, samsara, the way, the story of existence, death, and rebirth. And it's yeah, it's not original story. Of course, it's based in Hinduism, but yeah, the way that they are showing it is very cool. So you know, it's a game about this person. This, I don't know what it is, but yeah, but you are
Guy.
just a guy, a woman, a being, and it is traveling to the mountain, uh, as it's traveling through this world, there are just some vague pictures of the story of this world, what happened, and also the this. This being goes through his life, like, for at the beginning the game is very easy and colorful and nice, and as you go through, the more dangers just show up, and you can even can get like weaker and weaker at some point of a game if you play it bad. And yeah, and I really liked it because there isn't much to do in this game. There are just few things that you can like pick up, but it's mostly about just this journey. And it also has like very cool multiplayer, because in multiplayer you can just meet some people on your way there, but you can't actually like communicate with them with some chatting or voice chat or just writing something. You can just do this thing called chirping. It's like you holding the button, and your character is just doing this kind of a song. And if you hold the button longer, the chirp will be like more loud, and the tone will be lower. And if you hold it, just mash it, the tone will be like, the pitch will be higher, and the sound will be like really the volume will be low. And it's a funny way to communicate with another people, but the really cool way that the fun of doing that is because of this simple way of communicating. You can just communicate to another player different emotions, like even like smiling, anger, or some chit chatting. And I think it's also a very good idea. And yeah, that was the third of my favorite game of all time. Of course, there are many more games, and maybe I will talk of some of them in the next streams.
We
Yeah,
have a
and
comment from the chat, sorry, before you hand over to Łukasz. CTSG journey is amazing, but I find Flower to be just as much impactful. I really hope to see anything new from that game company soon. Any comments on Flower?
yeah.
I actually played
Yes.
Flower.
Oh,
One
Yeah.
evening. Yeah, one evening I've looked for a game that you don't have to do basically anything, and it was, I think, Sunday evening, and I was just like, I want to play a game where I don't have to do anything really, and I just want to chill in some way. And then I found Flower, which really scratched the spot.
yeah. This type of games when you don't have to like compulsively search for some crap or leak walls because there might be an upgrade or hidden path. Yeah. This type of games I also have like I don't know. I think Shadow of Colossus did that something like this first, or maybe Ico, sorry. Like you just,
I think there are
nice music.
many of that games, because the journey was like in pack with the Flower and the Flow, and all three games have like very this easygoing gameplay, and I think that if you read, because you can find online the how do you I don't know the word for it in English.
Plain
Just
Polish.
give me a second.
Okay, in the meantime, good point from CTSG. Both Flower and Journey are perfect games if you want to introduce elder people to gaming. Yeah, obviously. Good point.
Yeah, quite possibly. Great choices.
Oh yeah, the thesis. You can find online thesis of Genova Chen. He's the designer creator of the Journey, all that games. And if you read it, it's the main thing about his thesis is about the flow in the game. So it's very important for him to give players the game that are that this easygoing, but also there is some kind of a challenge, because in Flower, even if it's a easygoing game, sometimes you need to think when you are just wanted to move your pack of flowers, of leaves. Sometimes there is just some kind of challenges in the game, and especially in the Flower, I think there isn't the single path that you need to go to pass through the level. You can just go through the level in a different ways, and yeah, that's what he wanted to do in the games. The one thing that he didn't do is he told that the good game need to have two paths, like one path harder and one path easier for the player, because not every player have the same game style. Not every player wants a challenge in the game. Sometimes you just want to like cozy and chill gaming. Yeah, I think that game company also released another game, something about Sky People, but it's only on Apple. I don't have Apple, so I didn't play it. Maybe I will play it someday. And yeah. I'm also waiting for the next game from that game company. If you want to play a game like this and you are tired of waiting, there is also Abzu. It's a game about underwater, but it has the same vibes like The Journey. It's also amazing, especially these parts of the game where you are just going through these water tunnels with all the creatures underwater. It's so awesome. Play it. yeah. So sorry for that. So that's it from me, and now we are going with our graphic favorite games.
Yeah, just before that, I think Journey and Flower are way more better games to show to elderly people, to introduce them to gaming, than Dark Souls.
Alright, so I guess it's my time to shine in some ways. Feels like I haven't talked in ages. Okay, so the first game I want to show, this clip I'm showing is actually, I believe, some kind of a teaser trailer or announcement trailer. Sorry, I couldn't, my PC wouldn't let me record proper gameplay video for some reason, but never mind that. This one, it's the second installment of the series. It's called Ori and the Will of the Wisps. And the first time I played Ori, the first part, I believe I fell in love the first minute. It's just something about the world in the game, the mysticism of it, and the way it filled my fantasy hunger. It just, I just went crazy for it. So basically, the story is about a small creature made of light that came down from. There are these spirit trees in the world of Ori, and the main character is a part of it, really, the tree, and it just kind of is on a mission to save the forest. So yeah, so that's the premise of it. But the main things that are captivating in this game are definitely the visuals. The way they did this kind of, I don't know, it's all 3D, really, but the way it kind of, they made it like 2.5D, I guess. I think that would be correct. And just the way it all merges together flawlessly, the different kind of lands, it just blends so well, and the environment is so sometimes warm, cold, etc. But it just conveys so much with the visuals, and the environment is so alive. It's crazy, really. The second thing is the mechanics, the way you move around. In the second part, basically the second part is a improved version of the first one by quite a bit. And the way you can like creatively move around, it's really a lot of fun. yeah, I would just recommend it to anyone, really. This game, I always do. The one who, if someone is looking for some kind of a game recommendation, I always recommend Ori because it's in top of my games. So yeah, and the story is rather simple, but it's captivating and it kind of touches your heart from time to time. Really, a tear can shed from your eye for sure. Yeah. So yeah, I guess that will be that for this game. Let's move on to another one. And in the meantime, let me get up to date with the chat.
Oh yeah.
I love the genre of
So
2D platforms. I love the aesthetics, but as PlayStation fanboy, I've kind of skipped it. Well, you shouldn't. just go ahead and buy it for the PC and play it. It's worth every penny, really. Yeah. So the second installment in my list. It's a game. It's a franchise, really very close to my heart. I was introduced to it by my brother, and when I was a little kid. The one I'm showing you now, it's a second part of the franchise. The name is Genso Suikoden. It's a JRPG made in '98, I believe. I mean, it was released in '98. And I don't know, maybe it's kind of nostalgia goggles, really, but also I don't know. Well, I replayed it many times. I think it's the most replayed game of mine, and it's about basically every part of the franchise is about political conflict of some sorts when there are two sides, or yeah, most of the time two sides, and this part, the second one, is about two friends that are in the middle of it, really. Just to not spoil anything. And the thing that I like the most about the game, I think it's mythology. The whole creation of the world is based around this runes, which you probably are seeing now, and it's really nicely, let's say, put in the game with the magic. And the magic looks great for a 2D game at that time. The way they did it was really fun and satisfying to use in a game. Really, uh, uh, some most powerful spells had even some small cinematic clips in them. Like some kind of lightning rune had like a short clip of a real life clouds forming and some kind of a huge bolt powering up in the sky, and then it just came down into the regular game. It was the first time I saw it. I was really wow, So yeah, in most games in this franchise, you have your own hub, which I'm always a sucker for. Just like in the second part of Ori, you just develop your own hub bit by bit. In the game, you recruit 108 characters. The number is pretty specific, I know, and it's tied to the lore as well. Yeah, it's a really great game with a captivating story and really, from time to time, heartbreaking moments. There are some tactical battles too. You manage your own units in the battle. Yeah, it's really fun. I recommend it as well. All right, so
what was the part of Ori that you were playing on Discord and streaming for us? That you got your ass kicked by boars, I think.
I don't know, but it was possibly the second one. I don't know
No,
because
it had better graphics.
The fifth one.
The fifth one, yeah.
Oh wait, you said Ori, no?
No, you got your ass kicked by boars
Oh
or
yeah,
rats or
yeah.
something like
Yeah,
that.
sorry,
You know,
sorry. Yeah,
Łukasz really suck in this game,
I,
to be honest.
I thought Valchak said Ori. Never mind.
No, my bad, sorry.
Yeah. So yeah, I was playing Suikoden 5. Yeah, the game had the spirit of the second one, but the graphic just wasn't there, sadly. Yeah, it just looked derpy most of the time, very gray, and not that appealing. Very boring locations, sadly, but had a lot of potential. And after 5, they dropped it, and Konami's invested all their time and money into pachinko games, I believe.
Yeah.
So yeah, sad Pepe moment. Yeah.
22 people watching. Thank you very much, guys, for
Yeah.
joining our stream today.
Oh, by the way, I believe about coming back to our game, I believe it has no flaws besides the game-changing bug which deleted my save file twice. So yeah, watch out for that and back up your saves. Peace. The second one, actually, the third one would be the game on my list would be. Could you show it, please? Okay, so this is my guilty pleasure. This game has been in my life since its release. Well, I would say it's the infamous League of Legends. Possibly everyone watching know the game. So yeah, what can I say about the game? Well, it's very addictive. It's really fun to play. The worst thing about it, it's toxic community, sadly. But the devs added the great function of mute-all in the chat, so you don't get tilted as much. And it's game changing, really. But when you have a like pre-made team of 5 people, it's just great experience. If everyone knows what they're doing,
Mute all. Great experience.
no. I mean, well, 10 out of 10 gaming experience, yeah. But when you have your like pre-made team, you don't mute them, hopefully.
Yeah.
Then it's a lot of fun. The thing that first got me
Best
into
improvement since launch, mute all.
yeah. So yeah, the thing that I don't know got me into it was that the characters in themselves were pretty simple at the beginning. They had like four skills or something. You just had to like manage this micro mechanics and just kind of focus on one thing and yeah, you could really see yourself improving in a short amount of time if you paid attention. But the graphics at the beginning, well, now they are as well, but they were just kind of Warcrafty, and the style I really like in the game. So yeah, so it was like really a great game for me to get into at the time. Yeah, and I would say I failed my college, let's say, because of it. Possibly, maybe partially because I didn't want to really be there. But still, it played a big part in that. But yeah, so yeah, that's about it. I don't recommend this game most of the time. Sorry, because it's not really new player friendly, to be honest. It's just so toxic, and if you are new to the game and don't know your stuff, then people will flame you and make you hate the game. Sadly, yeah. So I guess we could move on to the next segment.
Right, next segment is So next segment is couple of things. As you can see, we are epic gamers. Then let's talk about our origins. How do we meet? Okay, so the first picture is. Actually, Krzysztof is and I are related. We are cousins, so I spent lots of my time of my childhood, visiting him for summer holidays, for winter holidays, and we spent most of the time sitting in front of computer and playing. And we are just leaving a room for food, and it was awesome. Then, when I was in my 30s, Krzysztof, I was living in Warsaw. And Krzysztof came and visited me. We just went for a drink, and he mentioned that he starts the game development course in Warsaw, and asking me can he crash at my place twice a month. And then I said, like, whoa, maybe I can join you in that course. And this is where we met Łukasz. So basically we were just late for first lecture, or he was late.
Yeah, I was late. I was late. Yeah.
You were late, and we were sitting at the table, and no one wanted to sit with us, and we had two free chairs, and Łukasz just sat there next to us, and we just start chatting shit, and then we made a final project for this course together. And we can have another picture. Here we are. 4 years later. This is us in my place on one of our Dev Week sessions. Oh, there is a cat. Look, people. Now look at Łukasz's screen. This is our special member of the team.
Yeah.
This is us in my place on one of the dev weeks that we are just meeting for a couple of days to just play to just make Luther, and
basically play video games, watch some Netflix, and
pretend that we are
working hard.
Working hard. We can have another one. Another picture. This is, I believe, us on Poznań Game Arena. Yeah. So this is when the things got pretty serious with the game. We actually discovered, maybe is a good word, that that we can actually achieve something with this game, because people were playing all the time, and they were really interested in the looter.
I think this was the first big test for our game, because basically the Poznań Game Arena in 2019 was the first time that people from outside, like not our friends or family, played the looters. So yeah, I remember that I was a little bit anxious at the beginning, but yeah, one people played, then another, and third and fourth, and I saw that people understand how to play looter. It's a game, and I think that at the end of the weekend, at the end of the PGA, we were very, very proud of ourselves, and especially looter.
Yeah.
It was nice receiving some positive feedback for sure. Reassuring. Got some confidence from it.
Yeah, and it was actually the first time that we got like proper feedback, and actually people playing that, wow, our game is playable. Holy shit, that was really nice. All right, 22 people on the chat, and sorry if I got your name wrong. Bratom is saying, great to see the Psychoden series get some love. got them right. And people are also appreciating that you had hair, Łukasz.
Thanks, thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Cool stuff. Yeah, it was really fun.
Yes. Yes, CTSG. You are from Gildia Graczy. Yeah. Thanks, man. You got us some some traffic, some extra traffic on our stand. So yeah, thanks for that. Right. Yeah. So that's. Do you guys want to add anything to our story? Because we have like 15 minutes left and a couple of.
Even.
So don't add anything.
So
No.
Yeah, we good. We good.
We're good. All right. Okay. So this is about us. This is our story so far. And now let's go to another set of videos. The inspirations for the looter. So can I have first? All right. So as I said on the
But before that, I just wanted to tell because when we've met on that course in Warsaw. At the end of it, we've started created the router as our project, like our last project, and yeah, we started created the router with two other guys, the Richard and Moskal.
Yeah.
But right now we are just creating them with just the three of us. But yeah, we wanted to show you the inspirations for our games because we thought what kind of a game we wanted to create, and as you see, the game that we created is not necessarily the game that we like. There isn't any of our inspirations in our games that we showed you that were one of our favorites. But yeah, we want to show you now what kind of a game we've created based on those inspirations. So yeah, so back to Łukasz.
Yeah, and back to the Resident Evil 4 clip. Yeah, let's go fast with this one. So as you might remember from a stream last week, our main idea for Luther was let's make Resident Evil in 2D. Yeah, that's really easy. And what did I loved about Resident Evil? Just I got my notes here. I really like the game loop that you have some combat, then some exploration, then some simple puzzles, then you have little inventory management, you have weapon upgrades. So that really altogether gives a really great result. I also liked the cheesy story of Resident Evil. Every time you have some ridiculous concept like you have to go to Spain to save U.S. president's daughter, and shit like this. This is ridiculous, but I don't know. Somehow it fits the whole thing. And did I say puzzles? Yeah, I also like the puzzles because they are not really super hard, but they make you also feel that you are super smart, and I enjoy that feeling as well. So that's for Resident Evil. Let's go to another inspiration for us, Christoph.
Oh yeah, the next game that we wanted to show you is of course The Last of Us. There are some similarities with The Last of Us and Resident Evil, of course. Of course, The Last of Us is the game that is taking place in the post-apocalyptic world, so there are these similarities. I think that really like the story about this humans that are trying to live. Of course, there's another thing with Joel and Ellie. that that stole our hearts. but yeah, I think we are trying to put something very similar that is in The Last of Us in our game, because there are this some kind of a gunfight, like combat, but there's also thing about platforming elements. Like it's not like Mario platforming. You know exactly where you want to go, and it's a little bit of a cinematic platformer, and the same way goes in our game. You cannot just you cannot basically you cannot move your character when you are starting the action. For example, when Joel just climbing something, you are just pressing button and he climbs, and similar thing goes in our game. And also the big loop in The Last of Us is gathering these items and with minor crafting, and I think it is also real cool. The one thing that I really like especially in the second part of The Last of Us is the
Come on,
combat,
Chad,
because
ask us about controversies. Second part.
yeah.
Sorry, I
I
interrupted.
think
What did you like in second part?
yes. So I think the combat is really awesome, because you have you don't have that much of a ammo, and you need to use everything that you got, because at some point you won't have bullets, but so you will need to use for example rifle, and rifle will end, then you will need to use some kind of a grenades. And of course there is this another possibility that you can go through the whole game without killing anybody, just going stealth, because combat in The Last of Us 2 second is basically this giant sandbox. So you have the whole arena, not just tunnels that you need to go through like in FPS games. And yeah, I think that it is also real cool. I don't know if we will achieve it, but we will try to do it. And yeah, the next game that we are trying to get something from is of course Metal Slug, and maybe we can tell more about it.
Sure. So where do I start? So basically, it's not really a direct inspiration, you know. It's I don't know. It's much more cartoony in a gameplay sense. I don't know if I make sense here, but I don't know how else to describe it. But it's just Metal Slug. It's what I believe is some sorts of pinnacle of pixel art in some way, and every pixel artist should aspire to be as good as the people who made it. Really, yeah. The animations are beautiful always. The backgrounds, the way they like created that, the palettes, etc. are just next level, and I always try to like get to this level, you know, and hope to. Of course, it's not really easy to achieve such level with one person. It's really unsustainable, to be honest. And the way they like created this kind of custom, let's say, backgrounds like and levels that are just like one piece of art, really. It's just yeah, hard to sustain this kind of quality, really. Yeah. So in Dota, I try to like get the quality with functionality, let's say, so it can be reused and glued up together, so it still looks good, really. Yeah. But yeah, it's Metal Slug is just always something to to look up to, really, in terms of Pixar for me. So I guess we can move on to the next one.
What is the next one? Castlevania, Symphony
Yeah.
of the Night. So that's me. Okay, what do we like in Castlevania? It's the same story as with Metal Slug. Not too many direct inspirations, but this is like the milestone for all Metroidvania games, and we tried to do a little bit of Metroidvania elements in our game as well. But the combat is we have some inspirations from combat, as well as the way that you have your special powers. We also have something like this as quick use items. We extended this concept a little bit, but overall, Castlevania is great game for as a inspiration for every 2D platformer. I love this for example, when you kill a zombie and he drops a bacon and egg sandwich. I don't know, I just love this cheesiness in this tend to be in Japanese games. They just don't give a damn about this. And Castlevania also had this cool loop, like you explore, find a new path, and also then you have a boss fight, and the whole game loop and the whole game flow is something that we wanted to achieve in the Luther. Okay, let's move to next inspiration, Final Station, and that's Krzysztof.
Yeah, so the final station, obviously, as you can see, the game we find that the combat system, especially the aiming system, is really great, and we wanted to create it as best as we can. Of course, the final station is a game basically on PCs, so you are just pointing the mouse, and that's where you are aiming. But of course, you want to put Luther to other consoles. So we have the similar way of aiming, like almost 360 degrees. But but you can just aim not with your mouse that easily, because there is this point that is near Luther, and you are just need to move your mouse around, just because when you will be playing with the gamepad, it's easier to put it on a console. But aside of that, it's very similar. Of course, I really like the graphic of the final station, but I think the best thing of it is that it is very unknown what is happening in this world, because you are playing as this driver of a train, but you are doing some missions for the government, and something is happening, and you don't know what is happening. If those are some kind of aliens that are attacking, or is it a disease? At some point, you know that something is happening. You know what may be happening, but you just get the scraps of information from the radio, from the passengers, and it's really cool, because you are getting anxious, and the world starts to get empty and more dramatic, and I think that it is great, and I'm trying to do something similar in Luther, that the player don't really know what happened in the past, if it was some biological disease, or if there was a nuclear war, and I think it's great. And maybe the last inspiration, Łukasz will tell you more about it.
So yes, Another World, all-time classic. Really, really great game. And what we liked in this game, that nothing is out of place here. So, for example, all the enemies that you meet. On your way, they're like fit to the surroundings. So you have these larvas, this like splitters in a dungeon. You have this soldiers in a prison, and then you have escape from the prison segment. Like everything is tied to the environment. Everything is tied to the story, and it's not like in Castlevania that you kill, that you have some random. It looks like random enemies thrown at you, and zombie grunt drops you again. Bacon sandwich, you have nothing like this here. Everything seems to be connected and seems to be thought in advance, and there are also some impressive things about. I think it's the one of the maybe not first games that use vector graphics. So it looks so good for its age because it uses vector graphics. Yes, so it uses. They were able to have a really nice detailed graphics with very small resources they had at the time, and also the thing that Christoph liked in Final Station, this unknown, that you are in this world and you don't know what the hell is going on. Who are those creatures? Who are those people? And this
the loneliness of this world. I think that even the creator said that when the main character is arriving to his laboratory, he wanted that at the first he wanted to put guard there, but then he thought that the main character should be the only one human being that you are seeing in the game, and I think that's that. It's really like give you better immersion if you are the only human being that you are seeing throughout this whole game.
All right, so these are the inspirations. Now we are actually running out of time, but there is one last thing we want to show you, which is the footage of Luther that we created for this game dev school that we finished. It's in Polish, and as you can see, the intro is the same concept, but a little bit. Intro. The menu screen is the same concept, but a little bit older, I would say. We have this kick-ass animation at the beginning.
So after all these great games that we showed you, that inspired us. This is what we've created. But I think
warms my heart, watching this.
Me too, because it's this game was created from pure love, I think. and I think it looks really good.
We did it in like
for us.
We did it
half
in like
year,
half year. Yeah. So that's
some things stayed in our game, like basic concept, of course, stayed in our game, but many things changed, many mechanics, especially graphic, I think. Looks very, very different, but he's still in the forest.
And the walls are similar to what it was Is that a new version? Onyx Games is asking.
Yeah, that's the new one. The old one wasn't that good, and we've like raised it to the ground, and we've spent the whole weekend creating this one.
Yeah. This is the course baby, basically. It's now it's something like, I don't know, 4 years old, probably.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. It was 2017, I think, that we've started creating this prototype. So yeah. Something like that.
Right,
so I think that will be it for today. I think that the next stream in the next week will be the first our solo stream. So then we'll be showing you the real game dev. No more talking about us and different games.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if it's I don't know if you. This is the old version. Guys, this is the old one.
Yes, yeah. This is something that we did 4 years ago, and
this looks worse. Remember?
You see. I told you that there is no point changing graphics. You know that this is good.
This is fabo. Yeah.
Yeah, I told you so. No, who's right? And so please join our Discord channel. Please follow us on Twitter. We are really hungry for them likes and follows. What else? Tomorrow we have same time Kuba with Project Warlock. Then on Friday we have
Project Warlock 2.
Oh, Project Warlock 2, of course. Then Friday we have Small Bros and Small Bros and B.I.O.T.A. Then next week, Monday, Briku and Shartpunk Verminfall, and then on Wednesday, Janosik 2 and Onyx Games.
Yes.
You guys wanna add anything?
No.
No.
Okay, so thank you everyone, 20 people thank you for all the questions in the chat. And until next time, see you next week.
Yeah, see you guys.